Well, hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in today. This is going to be kind of a weird show for a lot of reasons. Some of the normal cast and crew that's here ain't going to be here today. Some of them are at the game, things like that. So, and I know Sunday afternoons are hard. So it's hard to know who will show up or how long this video is going to be. Don't have a lot to talk about today. I'm still job hunting. For going back to trucking. I am eating microwave popcorn, so I usually get choked up on it. You may hear me coughing a lot today. But anyway, so what's going on is I'm still looking for a trucking job. Still working the other job. I like it. It's just financially, it's not the kind of money I need to make. And so, man, some observations I've seen that I've never noticed before because, for the longest time, I've always got tons of offers, and I still get tons of offers, but most of them are bad offers. And you never know if they're going to materialize out after you go through their application process. But just looking for work and looking at lower tier companies, I'm amazed at how many SAP people are out there. And for those that don't know what SAP is, it's substance abuse program. And so it's for drivers that have failed drug tests or had problems with drugs and alcohol in the past. And so they have to go through a program before they can drive a truck again. And I knew there was a percentage of the trucking population that struggled with that. I know in the 70s and 80s, there was a large portion of the trucking industry that dealt with that. And even in the late 90s, when I started driving, there was still a lot of that going around. But it's just kind of disappointing to see. Now, as far as me, I've had a pretty discouraging week. Some of my front runners of places I wanted to work, it just didn't work out for one reason or another. The places that have expressed interest and we're still talking are companies that have inward-facing cameras, and that's an obstacle I don't know if I can get around, and I really, really don't like it. I hope it doesn't become one of those situations where if you can't beat them, you join them, and I've got to do it. I've got so many problems with inward-facing cameras, and they all say the same thing. They all say, well, it's only triggered by an event. And then you hear about a guy, I was watching a video the other day, and, of course, everything that gets said on videos is true. So this was his side of the story. He says that they took his safety bonus away for 28 days because he was holding his phone. He claims he wasn't holding his phone, that he was changing the station on the radio. Who knows which side's telling the truth, but I don't want to be micromanaged. And as soon as I say that, everybody's going to say, well, Todd, at your current job, you're being micromanaged. And I guess that's true, but I don't live at my current job like you live on a truck. And so sometimes it feels like I live up there, but I really don't. All righty. So, like I said, I didn't really have a lot to talk about today. A few of you messaged me asking me if I was going to do a show today. Still trying to do one every Wednesday and Sunday till we get everything figured out. But I told several of you, I said, yeah, but I don't really have a lot to talk about today. So I'm hoping you guys can carry me. I'm hoping you guys got a lot to talk about. The Cowboys play here in about 30 minutes, and I'll stick with y'all as long as y'all got stuff to talk about. But if you don't, then I'll probably watch the game. I ran out of work last night and left my wallet in my desk, and I need my wallet. So I'm going to have to run and get my wallet when this video ends. I'm needing it tonight for some stuff. So that's I was wanting to go to my uncle's and watch the game. I don't know if I'm going to get to, just because I've got so much to do to get ready for work tomorrow. This new schedule that I'm on, is 11 to 8 weekdays with Wednesday off. And then Saturdays, it's 10 to 7 with Sundays off. And it's really, really inconvenient to get anything done. I'll give you an example. I've got a lifetime warranty on the screen protector on my phone, and I dropped my phone at work on the parking lot, and it cracked the screen protector. So I went to the store to get the screen protector replaced, and they didn't open until 10. And so it ended up making me late to work and having to take a quarter point and all of that. So if I had my later shift like I used to have, where I went in at 12:15, I'd have been able to make it and be at work on time. And so it's just stuff like that. With my days spread out, I used to have Saturday and Sundays off. And now with my days spread out, I find myself having maybe 1 or 2 hours to do stuff. And then the rest of the day, it's doing laundry, mowing the yard, getting ready to go back to work the next day. And so it's really cut into the free time. And several people have said, well, Todd, you had more free time when you drove a truck. And I did, but it was because, while you're driving, if you got a Bluetooth headset, you can still talk to people and answer questions. But in this case, you're working 8 or 9 hours a day, and you're not able to be on the phone. So my time is a little more limited right now. I am trying to find a way to come back in, but I don't want to go to such a terrible company that I last 3 or 4 months and I'm out, or go to such a terrible company that I'm not making money and I'm in worse shape than I am right now. So in the ideal world, I'd really like to go back to SRO Logistics. And man, unless I get a winning lottery ticket or find some money laying around somewhere, I'm definitely not going to be able to do that. And I've already talked to Scott about it, but he just said the door's open when I get to where I feel like I can do it. So yeah, right now, SRO is not a realistic possibility, but it's purely financial reasons for that. So I'm looking what's out there. So everybody's asking, what am I looking for? I'm looking at company jobs as well as being an owner-operator again. And some of the people that were on my top of my list, they just don't hire west of I-35. That's made it challenging. Some more mid-tier companies that were on my list won't let you have an accident within the last 5 years, and it's been about 18 or 19 months, so I still got a ways to go, including Swift. Swift is in that mid-tier group. And some of the lower companies, bottom of the barrel stuff, I just have a lot of reluctance to go there. It's going to be a lot of micromanagement. It's going to be a lot of, they kind of talk down to you like you don't know what you're doing, things like that. But I may have to eat a little crow and do something like that. We'll see. Anyway, I've rambled enough. Let me get in here and say hello to our 5 channel members, and then we'll jump into your comments. I know some of you have been waiting a while. Ramon, Robbie Ross, Corey Oatley, KC, and Adam are still our 5 channel members that have hung around. Appreciate you guys for that. And now let's jump into some comments and see what's on everybody's mind today. You can tell by my background what's on my mind today, but I'm probably going to miss a lot of it because I got to go do all this other stuff. Gary Cook looks at this. Look at this. I'm first today, parked at TA Truck Stop in Stratford, Missouri. Been there many times. Actually left my shower bag there one time, and they saved it for me, and I went back and got it, and everything was there. Nobody stole nothing. But yeah, that used to be a place I stopped a lot when I would be out that way. Trucking with the Fly Rabbit and Poppy. I hope things are going well, Todd. Second in. Good to have you, sir. I was just fixing to call you right before the show went on, and I ran out of time, so I'll try to call you after the show if I get a chance. And Don is here. He says, hello. Hello, Don. I sure like that motorcycle you got right there. And Racing Ray 28 is patiently waiting. Glad you're here, sir. And Linda says, hey, Todd. Hello to both of you. Thank you for being here. And my name is Nobody. Good evening, all. Good evening. So that's what's been going on here. What's been going on out there? I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to type, and if we don't get anything, then we'll just call this one a bust. I really don't like these Sunday and Wednesday videos. They don't seem like they get the viewership right away. I do get them in the replay. A lot of people watching the replay, but need them here in the live to comment and things to make them really good and interesting. So I'm hoping we can change the days up. Tuesdays and Thursdays seem to work a lot better for everybody. And at some point, we may stop doing the lives and go back to recorded videos if we don't get a lot of comments and things like that. But anyway, while I'm giving everybody a chance to type, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, share it on your social media platforms, and make sure that you're subscribed. I know everybody hates hearing it. I hate saying it, but it really is a necessity of YouTube. All right, let's see what else we got here. Sid says, good day. Well, good day, Sid. Thank you for being here. Oh, this is, I guess I probably should rehash that. I thought I mentioned it in the last video, but maybe I didn't. Gary Cook says, did you get your CDL clear with your physical? So I went and did my physical. I got a 6-month card, and mainly the only reason it was a 6-month and not a year is I still haven't seen my cardiologist yet. The earliest he could see me is October 3rd. So she gave me a 6-month card, and I went out to the driver's license office on Friday to put it on my license, and their computers went down while I was there, or the deal they used to upload physicals. And so I got to go back tomorrow morning, and they're going to add my physical onto my driver's license. But yeah, I passed it with flying colors. And what impressed them the most was they went back and looked at my previous physical numbers and saw how much weight I'd lost and how much better my blood pressure was. And really, they were so shocked that they did the pin prick. Man, I still get tongue tied. They did the pin prick, not the fin prick, the pin prick on my finger and checked my blood sugar. And it was the lowest it's ever been since they started giving me physicals 8 or 9 years ago. It was like a 122. And before you become a negative Nelly and say, oh, Todd, that's terrible, it needs to be around 90. It ain't ever been 90. It's usually about 150, 160, which is definitely too high. And they were very pleased to see it at 122, especially midday when I've been out doing stuff. And they asked me if I had ate anything that day, and I said no. And they said, well, it would have probably been lower if I had ate something. And I don't know why that is. That goes contrary to what I've been told, that you're supposed to fast when you do it. But they said, yeah, if you'd have ate something before you came, your blood sugar would probably have been lower. Trucker Todd without a hat. What? Yeah, it's funny because I guess I could put one on real quick. It's funny though, because a lot of people don't recognize me if I don't have a hat on. And I've started wearing hats more. I've never been a big hat guy. I just wear them for the videos, but I've kind of become known for all the hats. So let's put a hat on. All righty, I'm with a hat. It looks crooked in the video. Maybe it's straight on your head, on your side. No, it is crooked. That made it worse. Anyway, there's a hat. So yeah, that's what's been going on here. But I get, people ask me all the time, well, Todd, where's a good place to go work? And here lately, I've been saying, man, I don't know. And now I really don't know. It's terrible looking. And then I read y'all's comments about how bad rates are and stuff. And it's like, even if I find something, it probably won't be that good. This is a great question. Does your wife want you driving again? I think I can speak for my entire family on this, including kids, grandkids, uh, extended family. I don't think anybody really wants me in a truck again, and for for several reasons. Mainly, they've got used to me being around, even they don't see me a lot. Let me talk about the wife specifically first. She's worried about my health. She doesn't want me to get out there and have another stroke. Um, she she's kind of got used to me being here every day, and so I think she would like it if I found something local where I could stay home, things like that. As far as my kids, same thing. They're worried about um, me going back out. Now, my youngest son, not so much because he lives in Fort Worth, in the Fort Worth area. Um, and my daughter lives further away, so they're not a concern. As far as me being on the road, for them, it might be better. They might see me more. For my older son that has the mechanic shop that lives locally, he would like it if I stuck around maybe in a local job or around here so that, we can still hang out, go do stuff together, things like that. But I think they're all coming to the realization that while trucking has its own stresses and problems and things like that, being here and having to worry about bills and things like that because I'm not making what I'm used to making also comes with stress. And so everybody likes the weight loss I'm experiencing and the better vitals and things like that when I go to the doctor. But I think they also realize that sometimes you have to do jobs you don't want to do, and sometimes you have to work at companies you don't want to work at. And I heard Miranda on Trucking Made Successful say it really well. She said a lot of times people think success is like this, just a straight upward climb. And sometimes success is like this. It's up, it's down, up, down. Sometimes it's a few steps back. And so I definitely am in the few steps back category right now, and things have not gone the way I had hoped or had planned. There's been a lot of setbacks the last 18 months. But, when things get bad, and I'm talking about trucking or anything else, they're going to stay bad until you change something. And so you unplug something and you plug something else in and you keep going until you figure out a formula that makes things better. And that's what I'm doing right now. And I said all that to say this with this next comment because it goes really well with it. This one's funny. Try a Chicago company. It's funny you mentioned that because you've all heard me the last couple of years talk down about these Chicago companies, about companies with inward facing cameras. And I still believe all that stuff. But just like I said a minute ago, I may have to do some things I've never had to do before, never wanted to do before. And it may involve working at trucking companies that I've told you in the past, don't go there. And so I'm going to do the same thing I've always done. I'm going to pick a company. I'm going to go there and I'm going to tell you the truth, good or bad. And if it's good, the company's going to love me. And if it's bad, the company's going to hate me. But either way, I'm going to tell you all the truth. I hope I don't end up at somewhere like Western Express. I hope I don't end up at somewhere like Super Ego or Select One or MN89 or one of those places. But at some point, I got to do something, and I got to do it pretty quick at this point. And Roger Berry is here. Good to see you again, my friend. All right, we're caught up on the comments again. I apologize for not having more to talk to y'all about today, but y'all are doing pretty good about keeping going. Let's see, not the best choice, but as a driver, I know a lot of them are paying like 70 to 75 cents a mile. Yeah, and I'm actually talking to a few of those companies right now. Like I said, it makes me cringe to think about it, especially as a company driver, because they really control your home time. And you end up in the Northeast where everything's more expensive. And as a company driver, I'm not talking about tolls and things like that because they cover that. I'm talking about if you need to stop and get groceries, it's more expensive up there. A lot of times you have to pay for parking. Sometimes the company reimburses you, sometimes they don't. Just things like that. So I still think I'm better off in the owner-operator situation, but I haven't ruled out company jobs, and I'm talking to several of them currently. And so we'll just see what happens. Everything's expensive. That's one thing I've realized since I've been back this last 6 months. Milk, for example, we go to Brahms and get it for $2.99 a gallon, but everywhere else it can be anywhere from $3 to $5. Eggs can be anywhere from $4 to $6 a dozen. Just things like that. Everything has got crazy high. I've heard a couple of drivers talking about on the videos that I've seen that they're paying $5 a gallon for diesel. I haven't seen that. I've still got my fuel card that I recommend, the Yes Advantage fuel card. It's on my website if y'all want to go check it out. But on that fuel card, I haven't seen those kind of prices. I'm sure if you went to certain parts of the country, you could find those prices, but I personally haven't been able to see $5 a gallon diesel. Alaska Hall knows my strategy. They will keep you busy. Good way to get out of debt, work for a few months and find something else. Yeah, so that's probably what's going to happen. I'm probably going to go to one of these bottom of the barrel companies and work a few months and save up a little money. And then I'm going to go back to SRO Logistics. I'll either get my Freightliner that I had with him or I'll buy another truck and go on over there. That's probably going to be the game plan. If I get a really big bonus at work, I might just go straight to SRO Logistics right now. That would be that'd be the best thing because I know what I'm doing over there. I can make a lot of money there in a pretty quick amount of time. All right, I'm going to clear this off. Why is the website not showing up there? Normally, it would show. Weird. Does it not show my name under my? I don't know why it's not showing my name and website up there. And I don't think I can fix it now. Maybe if we change the background. Hang on a second while I leave AT&T Stadium and go back to the comforts of my living room. Now let's see. That is so weird. All right, let's remove the banner. Nope, still not. I don't know what's going on today, folks. Anyway, hopefully while I'm learning how to use this stuff again, y'all will have some comments up there. Not yet, so I'm just going to eat popcorn and sit here a couple more minutes. And if nothing, then I'll hop off here and watch the Cowboys game for a few minutes before I got to go to my work and get my wallet. All right, it looks like a slow day here, so we're gonna. Gary Cook, do you remember how to drive? I think once you do it, you don't ever forget it. 27 years, and I made I think 2 trips to Dallas with my uncle and 1 trip to El Paso, and they were round trips where we came back the same day. So it's about 600 or 700 miles altogether. And then I made a pretty long trip for my dad's funeral, over 400. I think it was like 470 miles over there, 470 back. I drove 100% of all of those trips, and main reason was I wanted to see how I did. I knew comfort wise, if I could do it in a car, I could do it in a truck. And so, yeah, I don't think it'll be any problem at all. One thing that boils my blood is when telemarketers call on a Sunday. But anyway, yeah, I think I'm ready. All right, folks, I'm gonna hop off here and watch the game. Hope y'all have a great day, and we'll catch you on Wednesday. By then, I hope to have some good news for you. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.